So in the last lecture, we have discussed the cost associated with the inventory, and we come to know that there are near about 5 different costs, and that 5 different costs are once again classified in a small level of a cost. So first one is the purchase cost, that will be considered as a product or a unit cost. Second thing is nothing but capital cost. If you purchase this product by using 100 rupees and your money is blocked in that particular product, instead of doing that particular purchase, if you invest that 100 rupees anywhere else, how much return you will get? So that amount will be considered as a capital cost. Then ordering cost, to order the products or to order the raw material inventory, you follow some steps, and for that purpose some manpower is involved to do the things, or to do the action on purchasing. So there are some processes, like we can say that the quotation, then comparative, then purchase order. Okay, so for that purpose some manpower is involved, or we can say that the employees are involved, and because of that the cost is associated with that particular purchasing, and that cost will be considered as ordering cost. Now here the this ordering cost may be a variable cost, or it may be a fixed cost. If you take one example, that you want to purchase something, and or your company want to purchase something, and for that purpose you require the follow the procedure that industry or by the management. So in that case, some of the regular workers or on-roll workers will work to prepare the quotation, and the finance department is also to work on that. Then if you purchase something, now according to the quantity, some extra manpower is required in the warehouse to unload the transportation material from the trucks to the warehouse. So in that case, according to the quantity of raw materials, you hire the unauthorized worker or worker. So quantity that of contract-based workers to unload that vehicle or that particular transportation vehicle, that will be vary. Okay, so this cost, ordering cost, will be segregated into two types, that is fixed cost and a variable cost. So amount of money you spend on permanent workers or their salaries will be considered as a fixed cost, and amount of money will be spent on contract basis workers, that will be considered as a variable cost. Okay, so and that also depends upon the quantity that we have purchased, or order that we have given. So here this ordering cost once again segregated into purchasing cost, then that all the accounting activities that will be considered as a purchasing cost, then inspection, once the material come to your industry, at that time you have to check the quality of that material, and it is you have to ensure that whether it is according to the norms, that or according to the terms and condition, or according to the specification you have given to the party. So that inspection, that cost is also included. Then accounting, accounting means you have to check the number of quantities. Okay, so for that purpose you require manpower, so that cost is also included over here. Then transportation cost, transporting the material in the industry, or transporting the material from other party to your industry, so that cost will be considered as a transportation cost. Then in inventory carrying cost and shortage cost, we have discussed a number of points related to the inventory carrying cost and purchase shortage cost. What is meant by inventory carrying cost? If you have buy that particular product, and if you have stored that product, so how much money you are spending, and the heads of that particular spending will be considered as an inventory cost. So if for the storage purpose you have to pay the rent you have to provide the lighting condition over there or ventilation over there. So the charges related to that will be considered under the storage cost. And the transportation in the warehouse from one location to another location, that will be considered as a handled cost or a labor, and it will include the equipment cost. Transportation equipments are there, forklifts are there, or small vehicles that will called it as forklifts. So forklifts are also there, labors required to do that transportation, or if you are using the robots, so that also we can consider under this handling cost. Then the depreciation, taxes, and insurance, these things are also included. The depreciation means what? If you purchase one bike today, and if you want to sell out this after 1 month, then the cost of that bike will not be same as like of a purchase. Okay, so 1 month time period will be considered as a depreciation time period, and in that 1 month time period, the depreciation cost will be implemented. And if you say that if you have purchased that equipment or the bike for 1 lakh rupees, so after 1 month it will be nearly costed about 95,000. So 5,000 will be considered as a depreciation cost for that particular month. So taxes will be implemented for the capitals that you have stored. Then every industry want to ensure that, or the industries want to ensure their workers, so insurance will be provided. Then also if the warehouses are there, then the material which is stored there, so that is also having somewhat risk, so that need to be ensured. So insurance cost also included in that. Then the record keeping, if you require one PC, one person, so that cost is associated with the record keeping cost. And then product deterioration or obsolescence. So for the long time period, if you store one product, in that case, the quality of that product will get decreases. So that is nothing but deterioration. Obsolescence, for long time period, if you stored that particular product, so it will happen that the demand of that product will get vanished from the market. Okay, for some time period, it will get vanished from the market. So that backlog component will be considered as the obsolescence. Then we can say that there are some consumables, there are some food products are there. So if you they are having some we can say that the expiry dates. Okay, such a products will get spoiled after that expiry date, or some of the products are made up of glasses, so they may get break during the transportation or during the handling. Sometimes the pilferage will happen, or we can say that the thieving activity or chori hone, okay, that will be called as a pilferage. And perishable goods, so food products, if you say that, so or fruits that we can consider, or the consumables, oils, different kinds of oils that stored, so that will be perishable goods are there. So according to the nature of that product, after some time period, the quality of such a product will get decreases. Then shortage cost. What is meant by shortage cost? The cost which need to be bear by the company due to the shortage of product in the market. Okay, so the cost will be associated with backorder cost, loss of a future sale, loss of a customer goodwill, extra cost associated with the urgent small quantities ordering cost, and loss of a profit contribution by lost sale revenue. Okay, so that cost we have discussed in the yesterday's lecture. Then also we have also discussed the terminologies. What are the different terminologies we required in the inventory control models? First is nothing but a demand. So demand will be calculated number of units per unit time, okay, or per number of units required to be sent from the industry to the customer during the particular time period, that will be considered as a demand. So this demand may be deterministic or probabilistic. Deterministic approach will be considered as a depends upon certainty. Okay, it will happen in the future. So So on that basis, demand will be calculated. Then it will be considered as a deterministic. Okay, and probabilistic demand will be considered as a depend upon uncertainties. Okay, if it will not happen, uncertainty. Okay, if yes or may not. So like that, the probabilistic. Okay, so this demand can be categorized into two different categories like deterministic and probabilistic. Then the second terminology is order cycle. Order cycle means what? The time period between two successive orders. Okay, so if you given the first order now, and after 1 hour you have given the second order, then the time period between these two order will be considered as a order cycle. Then lead. Okay, what is meant by lead? Here lead means lead time. Okay, lead time. So you have given the order, but the receipt of a material you will receive after 1 hour. If you received after 1 hour, so that 1 hour order giving and receiving material. So time period between these two activities will be considered as a lead time. Then fourth one is safety stock. Okay, so it is also called as a buffer stock. Okay, and that need to be maintained to tackle the situations of a market. Okay, the fluctuation load, or if there is a problem related to the raw material, that raw material is not available in the market, but you want to produce the good from that raw material. So in that case, the safety stock will be useful for the industry. Okay, then the inventory turnover. Next concept is inventory turnover. What is meant by inventory turnover? Let us consider that you have stored the material of a 3 months. So after 3 months, your inventory will get vanish, completely vanish. Okay, and if you are maintaining the inventory of a 3 months, then in a year you should you should perform the replenishment action at least 4 times in a year. Okay, so if you are maintaining the inventory for the 2 months, in that case you should perform the replenishment actions at least 6 times. So this 6 time, 4 time will be considered as a inventory turnover. In the year, how many times you perform the activity of a replenish? Yes. Is there any problem? Hello. Okay. Whether my voice is audible? Let me know whether my voice is audible. Hello. Yes. Okay. 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 Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So here, what we are discussing. So inventory turnover. So if you have to fill up how many times you have to fill up the complete inventory in a total complete year. Okay, so that will be considered as a inventory turnover. Okay, so if you are maintaining the inventory of a 3 months, then in that case you have to completely fill up the inventory 4 times in a 1 year time period. Okay, so that will be considered as a inventory turnover. So reorder level. So it is one kind of a action. Or let us consider that you have maintained one safety stock. Okay, and to reach to that particular safety stock, 4 days are required. Okay, so and my order processing time period and receipt of a material is 4 days. Okay, so I will not wait up to getting my safety stock level. Okay, I will start the process of ordering the material. Okay, extra material or replenishment action. I will start the replenishment action before 4 days of that particular safety stock. After 4 days, I will reach to safety stock. Before that safety stock, I will start my replenishment action. So it is one kind of a point where one how to, or the task maker, or we can say that the storekeeper or the manager who is doing this activity, purchase manager who is doing this activity, need to start the order processing. Okay, so that level will be considered as a reorder level. Then the reorder quantity. So how much quantity need to buy? Okay, in a specific order. Okay, in a specific order, that will be considered as a reorder quantity. Okay, that will be considered as a reorder quantity. Getting? Is there any question, any doubt in this parameters? Now, the next point is inventory cost relationship. Okay, now this point is very much important, and we need to understand. First of all, we need to understand we are tackling with the two different costs. Okay, there are two major costs which are associated with the inventory. One is nothing but purchasing cost. Okay, or it is also called as a ordering cost. Okay, मटेरियल ऑर्डर करने के लिए जो भी पैसा खर्च हो जाता है, ओके, जो भी पैसा खर्च हो जाता है इंडस्ट्री का, उसको ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट बोलते हैं. ओके, let us consider that the first thing is nothing but accountant, okay, who is performing all the tasks, then the dispatcher or all the activities related to the quotation, calling the quotations, preparing the we can say that the comparative between all that things, finding out the suitable supplier, and deciding the supplier, and providing the order to that particular supplier, transporting the material from supplier into the industry, and then inspection. Okay, so all that cost will be considered as a ordering cost. Okay, so this is one kind of a cost, that is nothing but ordering cost, which is related to the inventory. Then the second cost is nothing but the storage cost. When you are buying the product, now you need to store this particular product. Okay, you need to store that particular product in the storeroom or in the warehouse. Okay, so that storage cost is another cost which is associated with the inventory. Okay, so these two costs are there. Now the problem is that, okay, these two costs are very much opposite to each other. Okay, let us understand this concept. These two costs are very much opposite to each other. Why these two costs will be considered as opposite to each other? Let us consider that if your order quantity is large one or bulky, let us consider 1 lakh quantity you have purchased, and in one order only you have purchased that quantity. Okay, now you need to store that 1 lakh quantity in your warehouse. Okay, here the part related to ordering will get finished in only one order. Okay, part related to ordering the material or cost associated with ordering the material will get finished in only one order. Okay, but now the cost of storage will be enhanced, or this will be the larger. Okay, because you don't have that much demand, or you don't have that much requirement on an immediate basis of 1 lakh components or 1 lakh material. Okay, let us consider it kg or tons, 1 lakh kg or tons, some of the raw material, and you did not require that much on a daily basis, or within 6-month time period you will not consume 50% of that 1 lakh component, but you have purchased that thing. So now here the inventory cost will be very much larger. Okay, the cost related associated with inventory will get enhanced. Okay, cost related to the inventory will get enhanced. Now this is one factor. Now here what we do, we reduce the lot size. Now you require the 1 lakh component, but you require you ordered 5,000 component in each order. Okay, let us consider every 15 days, after every 15 days you have ordered we can say that 5,000 components. Okay, you have ordered 5,000 components. Now what will happen? Now here the inventory will not be stocked for long time period, but the number of orders to purchase the 1 lakh quantity will get increased. Okay, the number of orders to purchase 1 lakh quantity with a 5,000 batch, that cost of ordering the product, that will get enhanced. Okay, now here what we need to understand, we need to understand that these two cost, one is nothing but procurement or ordering cost, and second one is nothing but inventory carrying cost. These two costs are very much opposite to each other. Okay, very much opposite to each other. If the order quantity increase, then the cost associated with ordering the product will get decreased, but the cost associated with the inventory carrying will get enhanced. Now here, if ordering quantity decreases, ordering quantity decreases, okay, quantity, I'm saying ordering quantity decreases, then cost associated with the order will get enhanced, but the inventory carrying cost will get decreased. Okay, inventory carrying cost will get decreased. Okay, now this is represented over here in this particular diagram. Okay, now on y-axis you can consider the cost, and on x-axis you can consider the order quantity. Okay, on x-axis you can consider the order quantity. Now this line, okay, curvature line is representing the annual ordering cost. Okay, annual ordering cost. Now here you can see that initially here at this point, the order quantity, if you enhance this point on an x-axis, okay, so here you will get the ordering quantity. So here you can say that the ordering quantity is very small. So hence the annual ordering cost is very much large. Okay, annual ordering cost is very much large. Now, as you are going to increase the ordering quantity, okay, so number of order per annum will get decreased. Okay, as you increase the number of as you increase the order quantity, the number of orders per year will get decreased, and so that the annual ordering cost is also going to decrease. Okay, and at particular order level, if you consider that for one order, if you want to purchase all the component in a one order only, so in that case the constant cost you will get over here. For one order you need to publish, or you need to send at least one order in a 1 year. Okay, hence here the cost will be constant one at this particular location. Okay, you can see here. But in a similar fashion, now here you can see this straight line showcase the annual inventory carrying cost. Okay, if the amount, okay, is very less, okay, ordering amount or ordering quantity is very less, okay, ordering quantity is very less, so that will be considered as near to the origin. So in that case, annual inventory carrying cost will be very much less. So as the ordering cost, if you go on this particular straight line, and if you compare this with the x-axis, so here you can say that the ordering cost is very much high. Ordering cost is very much high because ordering cost is very much less, but the inventory carrying cost is very much high because the number of components stored, on that factor this particular annual inventory carrying cost depend. Okay, so if more number of components stored, so annual inventory carrying cost will be more. Okay, now these two costs are compiled and it is formed one another cost, that is nothing but annual total cost. Okay, these two cost, one is nothing but annual inventory carrying cost and second one is nothing but annual ordering cost. This addition of these two costs will be considered as an annual total cost which is associated with the inventory. Okay, annual total cost which is associated with the inventory. Now this line or this graph or cup shaped graph will represent the annual total cost. Okay, annual total cost. Now here what is important thing, here we need to understand the economical order quantity. Here we need to understand the economical order quantity. Kya hai economical order quantity? So the quantity in which your annual ordering cost will get minimum, or and also the annual inventory carrying cost also get minimum level. Okay, so ये जो दो cost है वो minimum रखने की कोशिश economical order quantity करता है. Okay, एक ऐसी quantity कि जो ordering cost भी minimum रखता है और annual इन्वेंट्री कैरिंग कॉस्ट भी मिनिमम रखता है. सो इन दोनों का इफेक्ट क्या होता है, ये जो एनुअल टोटल कॉस्ट है वो मिनिमम रहते हैं. सो दैट पॉइंट, दिस इज द लोकेशन, ओके, वेयर वी आर कंसीडरिंग दिस मच अमाउंट, ओके, व्हाटएवर इट मे बी. सो दिस मच अमाउंट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज अ economical order quantity and it is represented as a q star on a x-axis. Okay, it is represented as a q star on a x-axis. So this much quantity will be considered as a economical order quantity. This much amount will be considered as a economical order quantity. Is there any question, any doubt in this point? Inventory cost relation. Okay, Important thing need to understand that there are two costs and whose behavior in the inventory is opposite to each other. One is nothing but ordering cost, and second is nothing but inventory carrying cost. Okay, inventory carrying cost. And third point is nothing but we need to determine the economical order quantity in such a manner that the annual total cost will get minimum. Annual total cost will get minimum related to the inventory. Okay, is there any doubt, any question? No. Now the second thing is related to this is nothing but inventory models. So what is meant by inventory models? So these models are invented to minimize the total annual inventory cost. Okay, total annual inventory cost. So that will be the summation of inventory carrying cost also, and also the ordering cost also. Okay, so here one of the basic problem of inventory management is to find out the order quantity. Okay, so that it is most economical from overall operation point of view. Okay, it should be economical one. So cost related to the inventory should be at a minimum level so that we will get the operational cost in a minimal condition or in a economical condition. Okay, and here the problem lies in minimizing the two conflicting cost. Okay, conflicting means opposite to each other. Okay, here the problem lies in minimizing the two conflicting costs, that is nothing but ordering cost and inventory carrying cost. Inventory models helps to find out the order quantity which minimizes total cost. Okay, so total cost is the addition of or the sum of ordering cost and inventory carrying cost. Okay, so here in a simple language we can say that the models, inventory models, will help you to reduce the annual total inventory carrying cost. Okay, annual total inventory cost, which will be consist of ordering cost also and inventory carrying cost also, which will be consist of annual cost also and inventory carrying cost also. Now this inventory models are classified in two different segments. So one is nothing but a deterministic model and second one is nothing but a probabilistic model. Okay, just I have mentioned one point related to the deterministic model. Deterministic models are such models which are depend on certainties. Okay, so certainties means what? So you have forecasted the demand. Okay, and you have considered the future demand, and according to that you are planning the things. So that will be considered as a deterministic model, and on that assumption basis you are doing the analysis of inventory. So that will be considered as a deterministic model, whereas the probabilistic model will be considered as depend upon the uncertainties. Okay, may not, that will be considered as an uncertainty. So by considering the uncertainties you are performing the inventories or you are maintaining the inventories. So such a models will be considered as a probabilistic model. Now this deterministic model and probabilistic model once again segregated into two different parts. Okay, so deterministic model is segregated as a fixed quantity system, and also it is segregated as a fixed period system, and also probabilistic model is segregated similar two types, that is fixed quantity system and fixed period system. So here we need to understand what is meant by fixed quantity system and what is meant by fixed period system. Fixed quantity system means what? When the stock level reaches to the particular level, okay, or stock quantity reaches or inventory quantity reaches to the particular level, at that time the replenishment action will started, and the fixed amount of or fixed quantity will be used to fulfill that vacant seats or that particular storeroom. Okay, so let us say at each order, in each order the same quantity will be provided to the supplier. Okay, so let us consider I need to maintain 1000 component as a safety stock in my inventory. Okay, and the total inventory is 2000 component. Okay, total inventory is 2000 component, and once the quantity or the store quantity or the stocked quantity reaches to the 1000 level, at that time I will provide only one single order, which will consist of 1,000 component. Okay, which will consist of 1,000 component, and it will repeated in each order. Okay, once my inventory level reaches to the 1,000 component, I will place the order of 1,000 components. So in each order, the number of a quantity of a products is similar one. Okay, is similar or same quantity will be provided in each order. Okay, so that will be considered as a fixed quantity system. That will be considered as a fixed quantity system. Whereas fixed period system means what? Let us consider that as per my knowledge or as per my industry setup, after 1 month, I need to provide or I need to initiate the replenishment action in my industry related to the component. Okay, so I will not check the stock level. I will not think about the quantity. So let us consider that after 1 month, once again, I need to maintain a 2,000 component, one of the component with a 2,000 quantity. I need to maintain in a storeroom or in a warehouse. After 1 month, my quantity reaches to 1,500. Okay, my quantity reaches to 1,500. Now 1 month is completed. Okay, now it's my time to order that product from the supply. So to maximum limit is 2,000. So how much quantity remain to reach to 2,000? 500 components are remaining. Okay, or 500 components required. So in that case, I will place the order of a 500 component. Okay, I will place the order of a 500 component, and replenishment activity will be completed. Okay, now next month, what will happen? Next month, at the end of let us consider at the end of March month. Okay, my stock level reaches to 1,200. Okay, my stock level reaches to 1,200. Now my maximum limit is 800. Okay, and my stock level is 12. My maximum limit is 2,000, and stock level is at 1,200. So I will initiate the order process, and I will give the order of 800 component. Okay, now here in a fixed period system, the period is fixed between two orders. Okay, and quantities vary according to the limit of that particular system for the particular product. Okay, limit of that particular system for the particular product. So that is nothing but a fixed period system. Here in a fixed quantity system, you need to vary the quantity. Okay, in a fixed quantity system, you need to maintain one quantity in each order. Okay, whereas in a fixed period system, after you need to maintain the time period between two succeeding orders. Okay, let us say 1 month time period, 6 month time period, 5 month time period, 12-month time period. So time period between two order is constant. Okay, time period is between two order is constant, but the order quantity will get differ according to the situation. So same concept is applicable for the probabilistic fixed quantity and probabilistic fixed period system also. Okay, so these are the inventory models. Okay, and in a similar fashion, we are going to check the different inventory models also. Okay, so first of all, complete this task, write-up task related to the inventory cost relation. Inventory cost relation. Inventory cost relation. Inventory cost relation. Write down the heading inventory cost relationship. Inventory cost relationship. In that, write down first point. Inventory cost relationships. In that, write down there are two major costs. There are two major costs. There are two major costs associated with inventory. There are two major costs associated with inventory. There are two major costs associated with inventory. First, full stop. Next point you can write procurement cost, procurement cost, procurement cost in bracket ordering cost, procurement cost in bracket ordering cost, and inventory carrying cost, and inventory. Who is there? Inventory carrying cost. And inventory carrying cost. Full stop. Om Metkari. Next, write down annual procurement cost varies with. Annual procurement cost varies with the number of orders. Annual procurement cost varies with the number of orders. Full stop. This implies that the procurement cost will be high. This implies that the procurement cost will be high, comma, if the item is procured, frequently. Here you can write in small lots. Frequently in small lots. Frequently in small lots. Full stop. The procurement cost is expressed. The procurement cost is expressed. The procurement cost is expressed as. The procurement cost is expressed as rupees per order. The procurement cost is expressed as rupees per order. Next, write down the annual inventory carrying cost. The annual inventory carrying cost. The annual inventory carrying cost. So the formula for annual inventory carrying cost is average inventory multiplied by carrying cost, or you can write product of average inventory and carrying cost. Okay. Annual inventory carrying cost in bracket product of average inventory multiplied by carrying cost, bracket complete, is directly to the quantity in stock. Is directly proportional. You can write is directly proportional to the quantity in stock. Is directly proportional to the quantity in stock. Full stop. The inventory carrying costs. The inventory carrying costs. The inventory carrying costs. The inventory carrying cost decreases. The inventory carrying costs decreases. The inventory carrying costs decreases, comma, if the quantity ordered, the inventory carrying costs decreases, comma, if the quantity ordered, per order, if the quantity ordered per order is small, full stop, is small. Next point, the two costs are diametrically are diametrically opposite to each other. The two costs diametrically opposite to each other. Full stop. The right quantity to be ordered, the right quantity to be ordered, the right quantity to be ordered is one that strikes a balance between the two opposing cost. Full stop. This quantity is referred to as economic order quantity. This quantity is referred to as economic order quantity, in bracket EOQ, economic order quantity, in bracket EOQ, economic order quantity, EOQ. Full stop. The cost relationships are shown in the figure. The cost relationships are shown in the figure. Now you can draw this figure. I will give you 2 minutes time period to draw this figure, important figure. Over. Have you drawn the diagram? Next, you can write inventory models. Inventory models. Inventory models. In that, write down first point. One of the basic problem of inventory management. One of the basic problem of inventory management is to find out. One of the basic problem of inventory management is to find out the order quantity. One of the basic problem of inventory management is to find out the order quantity so that it is most economical from overall operation point of view. So that it is most economical from overall operational point of view. Next point, here the problem lies in minimizing the two conflicting costs. Here the problem lies in minimizing the two conflicting costs, that is ordering cost and inventory carrying cost. That is ordering cost and inventory carrying cost. Ordering cost and inventory carrying cost. Full stop. Next point. Inventory models helps to find out the order quantity. Inventory models helps to find out the order quantity which minimizes total cost. Inventory model helps to find out the order quantity which minimizes total cost. In bracket, sum of ordering costs and inventory carrying cost. Bracket complete. Inside the bracket, sum of the ordering costs and inventory carrying cost. So the ordering costs and inventory carrying cost. Bracket complete. Then classification of inventory models. So you make it vertical also, or you make it horizontal also, no issue. Okay. So draw this flow chart related to inventory model. Okay, inventory models. There are two inventory models, deterministic and probabilistic. Deterministic model is segregated as, or there are two classifications of deterministic model, fixed stock quantity system and fixed stock period system. Also probabilistic model classified as fixed stock quantity system and fixed period system. Okay, is there any question, any doubt? No? Then write down the first model heading, model number 1. Okay, model number 1, economic order quantity. Economic order quantity, inside bracket EOQ, with instantaneous stock replenishment. Okay, basic inventory model. So this is the basic inventory model, economic order quantity, EOQ, with instantaneous stock replenishment. Okay, so for that I want to open another one. Okay, so I will take it Word file. Okay, whether it is visible, economical order quantity with instantaneous stock replenishment. Now here we need to understand the assumptions. Okay, so first assumption is डिमांड इज डिटरमिनिस्टिक. ओके, सो आपको डिमांड क्या है वो पता चल गया है. ओके, आपने फोरकास्ट किया और आपको डिमांड पता चल गया. So demand is deterministic and it is constant and it is known. Okay. Now the second assumption is stock replenishment is instantaneous. Okay. Means what? आपकी stock level minimum तक पहुंच गई है. Okay. और safety stock तक पहुंच गई है. So once it will reach to that minimum level, the replenishment action will start and it is very much instantaneous. Okay. Now these are the assumptions for the model. Okay, for the solution. So here our lead time to perform the replenishment action will be considered as a 0. Okay. Now third assumption is material price is constant one. Okay, there will not be any variation of the price of that particular product. It is constant one, and we have to consider that this particular price is also not discounted. Okay, so without discounting we have to consider the price. Okay, so here inside the bracket it is written quantity discounts are not allowed. Okay, and ordering cost. Okay, एक ऑर्डर देने के लिए कितना आपको इन्वेस्टमेंट करना पड़ता है, नहीं तो कितना स्पेंडिंग करना पड़ता है उस कंपनी को, दैट विल बी कंसीडर्ड एज ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट. ओके, सो ऑर्डरिंग कॉस्ट डज नॉट वेरी विद द ऑर्डर क्वांटिटी. उस ऑर्डर में कितने क्वांटिटी लिखे हुए हैं, ओके, इस पर उस ऑर्डर देने का कॉस्ट डिपेंड नहीं रहेगा. ओके, सो दैट इज द नंबर ओनली. ओके, सो नो एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट्स रिक्वायर्ड टू इंक्रीज द नंबर और डिक्रीज द नंबर for the accountant or for the finance department. Okay, so that ordering cost does not vary with the order quantity. Okay, so for per order the cost will be same one. Okay, the cost will be same one. So these are the assumptions we required for our EOQ model, that is nothing but economical order quantity. Okay, economical order quantity. Now model is very much simple one. Okay, this is the maximum level. This uppermost dotted line represents the maximum level. Okay, now this lowermost level, or we can say that the middle level will be considered as, or middle dotted line will be considered as a average inventory. Okay, and this level will be considered as the safety stock. Okay, or it will be considered as a ROL level. Okay, this will be considered as a ROL level. So once the stock will reach to this point, the replenishment action or providing the order to the supplier will start. Okay, at this particular point, and this level, okay, last line will be considered as a minimum level. Okay, this last line or this x-axis will be considered as a minimum level, minimum stock level. So once the quantity will reach to this minimum level, replenishment action should be completed. Okay, should be completed. Okay, now this zigzag line showcase the consumption rate. Zigzag line showcase the consumption rate. So whatever the inventory you have maintained, that inventory continuously consumed by the production department or whatever it may be, who is the particular person or particular machine is there, is consuming that product for the production purpose or that material for the production purpose. Let us consider due to that consumption, the stock level or the inventory level goes on decreasing. Okay, and once it will reach to the minimum level, our replenishment action, as we have assumed, second assumption, replenishment action is instantaneous. Okay, according to our assumption, as it reached to the minimum level, the replenishment action initiated and the complete inventory filled once again. Okay, so it will reach to the maximum level. Okay, so once it reached to the maximum level, once again the consumption is continuous process. So consumption is going on. Once it will reach to the minimum level, once again the replenishment action comes in the picture and it will be completed. Okay, and the stock level reached to the maximum level. Okay, so this is the model. Okay, this is the model, and our ultimate goal is to determine if this is the model, inventory model. Our ultimate goal is to determine the economical order quantity. Our ultimate goal is to determine the economical order quantity. Okay, So for that purpose, we required some nomenclature. Okay, we required some nomenclature. So in that, the first nomenclature is D. D means annual demand. एक साल में कितना मटेरियल आपको लगता है, okay, कितना स्टॉक आपको लगता है. So that will be considered as a demand. Okay, so per year कितना लगता है, that will be annual demand. Okay, now C suffix H, next variable we required, that is C suffix H. It will be called as a inventory carrying cost. Okay, average inventory carry करने के लिए per unit को कितनी cost लगती है. So that will be considered as an inventory carrying cost, and it should be represented as rupees or dollar, whatever it may be the currency, rupees per unit time. Okay, rupees per unit time. Then next variable we require, that is C suffix P. It is the price of the product. Okay, C suffix P will be considered as a price of product. So price per unit. Okay, price per unit. Now next nomenclature we required is Q. Q will be considered as a order quantity. Okay, order quantity. एक order में कितनी quantity हमें मंगानी है. So that will be the order quantity. Now Q star, that is our unknown part. Q star we need to determine our model is running behind this particular Q star only. Okay, so Q star is the economical order quantity. Economical order quantity. So in which our total annual inventory cost will get minimum. Okay, then N is nothing but number of order placed per annum. एक साल में कितने आपने order भेज दिए. Okay, और कितनी time और आपने order दे दिए. So that is nothing but number of order placed per annum. And T suffix C will be considered as a total cost per annum. Okay, so these nomenclature we required to drive our model to determine the economical order quantity. Okay, so the remaining part we will discuss in the next lecture, but you can write the heading. I will not dictate these things in the next lecture. So write down model 1, economic order quantity with instantaneous stock replenishment. Model 1, economic order quantity with economic order quantity with instantaneous stock replenishment. With instantaneous stock replenishment. In that, write down assumptions. First one is demand is deterministic. Comma, constant and it is known. Demand is deterministic, comma, constant and it is known. Demand is deterministic, comma, constant and it is known. Okay, full stop. Second assumption is stock replenishment is instantaneous. Stock replenishment is instantaneous. In bracket, lead time is 0. Lead time is 0. In bracket, lead time is 0. Next assumption is price of material is fixed. Price of the material is fixed. Price of the material is fixed. In bracket, quantity discounts are not allowed. Quantity discounts are not allowed. The next, ordering cost does not vary with order quantity. Ordering cost does not vary with order quantity. Okay, so draw this figure, everyone. Basic inventory model with the heading basic inventory model. basic inventory model. Okay, if you are finished with the diagram, you can put up your roll numbers in the chat box and you can leave. Okay, if not, then you can draw the diagram, complete it, and then leave the meeting. If you have any doubt, any question, you can ask. Is there any doubt, any question? Okay, kindly put up your roll numbers. I'm going to close this meeting.